Welcome back to Weekend at 1. I'm Dennis Acero. At exactly 15 minutes after 1 p.m. we go to Nanyuki, where the Standard County Golf Classic Series is currently ongoing at the Nanyuki Sports Club, where the Standard Group CEO Orlando Liomu, who is in the afternoon lot, is teeing off alongside Laikipia Governor Ndiritu Muriithi, Standard Group Chief Talent Officer Nicholas Siwatom, and the club captain Moses Moki. We now cross over live, and our reporter Alan Ochanda is there. Good afternoon, Alan.
Well, Dennis, good afternoon to you. Yes, indeed, we are coming to you live from the Nanyuki Sports Club, where, of course, the third leg of the Standard Classic Golf Series here is actually happening here. And, of course, just to inform you that the CEO of the Standard Group Limited, of course, PLC, that is Orlando Liomu, is already here, and the governor of Laikipia, Ndiritu Muriithi, among other participants of this third leg of the golf series here, of course, here, and they have already teed off here. Remember that the theme here is the green course for a green course. Of course, the teeing off is actually aimed at sensitizing, of course, against climate change. And so, of course, we've had here partners who've made it a success here. And, of course, without much ado, let's just speak to the marketing officer, of course, from the FMD here, Lucy Mukuru, to just explain to us also, of course, the FMDs, of course, here to just make it as a success. They're partnering with other partners here, and of course the Standard Group, to ensure that it is a success here. And of course, in the evening we shall be crowning the event with the planting of trees, and which is actually just geared towards sensitization of actions towards mitigating of climate change. And so, Madam Lucy, thanks so much for joining KTN Live here. We are here at the third leg of the Standard Classic series for the golf series here in Nanyuki, and you also here as partners, making it a success here. What, of course, as a partner, what you bring on board to ensure that you sensitize, of course, all the participants, and of course the community here, the neighboring community, towards ensuring that they are also sensitized towards knowing that acting against climate change?
I think, first of all, what I have to say is climate affects all of us. We all live in a world where the climate is changing, and the effects of the climate change are visible to everybody. What we're here to show is by partnering with Standard, who are passing on the news, we want to show the people out there and the people we're engaging here, you can actually do farming, by being climate smart. You're sensitive to the environment, you're conserving the soils, and you're actually being more productive in what you're doing. So at FMD, we are known for agricultural machinery, and in farming, one of the things that happens is we have a lot of effect on the climate. So we are one-on-one with the climate. So if we don't sensitize people about what they can do to actually preserve the climate, then we'll end up with a position where we're having more inputs and less production. So this is actually a great opportunity for us, passing on the information on how we can actually do this together.
Maybe this is a sporting event. How do we then, of course, as FMD, you're coming with a farm machinery. How do you then eventually connect it with the sporting event? Of course, it's taking like 1 or 2 days here. It's bringing on board several partners. But as FMD, you're coming from, of course, the farm machinery distributors. Of course, initially you were called that way, but at the moment you're called FMD. How do you connect now the two, the sporting event and, of course, the farm machinery, towards sensitizing the public and, of course, the participants here of acting towards mitigating climate change?
When you play golf, you're actually playing on a green course, and that means you need the rain. If you have to irrigate your courses to be green all the time, it's very expensive. So the golfers will be very interested in preserving the climate, to make sure that the courses are always beautiful as and when they're going to play. So coming here as FMD, we're engaging the golfers, because they don't just play golf every day. They're also farmers, they're business owners, they have children. So it starts with each one of us actually having to learn about climate change and how it affects us. It could be your car is smoking, or it could be you who has a small shamba who's just overworking the soils. So climate change is about all of us. Golfers are people who are very sensitive about climate change, because if you go to a course that is not green, what happens? They don't want to play. They actually walk away. And there's a beautiful course in Nanyuki.
Right. Thanks so much, Madam Lucy. Well, we're also joined here by the man in charge, of course, the chief officer in charge of corporate affairs at the Standard Media Group, of course, the Standard Group PLC here, Mr. Charles Kimathi. We've seen Madam here saying that golfers are quite sensitive and, of course, conscious about the these are beautiful green lawns they are playing on. You're coming from the Standard Group, and of course you are one of the partners here. Of course, maybe just from your contribution here, how do you also sensitize that the community and of course the society and also the golfers here towards ensuring that yes, at this sport they also contribute towards mitigating climate change?
Yes. Now at the Standard Group, climate action is one of our major pillars, and we've made a deliberate decision to ensure that we amplify all the activities and programs that we do ourselves and also that our partners are involved in. So in this case, FMD is in the agricultural sector, and we know that, of course, climate impacts agriculture in a very significant way. So by actually looking at this theme of climate action on a green course, for a green course, then we want people to begin to focus attention on the impact of climate. So whether it is affecting agriculture, or whether it is just in terms of pollution, or whether it is indeed in terms of just improving our standards of living because we are creating a better environment for everyone, then golf represents really a good platform. It presents it very well. If you look at what we have here, it's really a very good example of how you can convert your environment to make it green. Now, this is in Laikipia County, and a lot of Laikipia County is very dry. Just a few kilometers from here, you find no greenery at all, maybe just a few pockets here and there. So it is a really good platform, a good place to demonstrate what we can do with the environment. And we're encouraging a lot more partners to come on board, partner with us, and drive this agenda together.
Yeah. Nice. Because of time, we shall also be catching up later. There's Mr. Charles Kimathi, of course, the man in charge of corporate affairs at the Standard Group PLC here, one of the partners, of course, here, partnering with the FMD to make it a success here with the golf event here, the sporting event here, bringing to on board, of course, different players. And as I mentioned earlier, that the CEO Standard Group PLC, that is Mr. Orlando Liomu, the governor of Laikipia, Ndiritu Mureithi, and of course the captain, that is Charles Mwoki. They're actually in the same batch, and also they are teeing off. Remember, it's actually themed towards acting towards climate change. So that is actually the theme here. And so to crown the event here in the evening, there will also be actually to just the symbolization, of course, a planting of trees here, so as to just cap the whole event here in the evening. Dennis.
Thank you very much, Alan Ochanda there, bringing